Discovery Plus has what you're hungry for, with new original series and a supersized collection of favorites. It's the largest collection of food shows anywhere, all for only $4.99. Discovery Plus, the streaming home of food, plus so much more. Start your free trial.
Allowing at-will voting before Election Day, what that might lead to. I'm Christy King.
Also on WTOP.
A judge reinstates a teacher who said he would not use preferred pronouns for transgender students because of his religion. I'm Luke Lukert.
It's 2 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Monica Ricks in New York. Students who were freshmen when the Parkland, Florida school shootings happened have graduated. The school also honored 9 students who should have walked with them at the ceremony.
I'm Peter King. It started like most other graduations. Students marching to the stage to pomp and circumstance. 9 who died in the shooting and the 10th who died later were honored first.
Accepting for Alyssa Oladeff is her mom, Lori Oladeff.
Parents or friends were presented with shadow boxes with mementos, including a cap and tassel. They were also given honorary diplomas. Lori Oladeff spoke earlier about her daughter.
I just miss you so much. I love you so much. Mom and Dad, wish you were walking that stage tonight.
Infrastructure talks between President Biden and Senate Republicans are over. CBS's Steve Dorsey has more from Washington.
The White House says it's shifting to Plan B, relying on moderate Democrats like West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin to help shepherd a deal that may interest some Republicans. But the GOP has already dismissed the effort, saying it won't get the 60 votes needed to pass the Senate. It's a clear departure from White House messaging just hours earlier, painting a hopeful picture for negotiations with Republicans.
A heat wave for the record books in Minnesota. These people in Minneapolis can't stand it.
I'm not used to having this heat like early June.
I am practically dying of heat exhaustion.
Feels kind of like I'm in a sauna, but I'm outside.
Temperatures hit 90-plus degrees in the Twin Cities for nearly a week. More than 800 people are under arrest in a worldwide drug crackdown led by the FBI. The agency created a smartphone app to track communication between gangs. Law enforcement also seized more than 32 tons of drugs. An insect causes a car crash in Ohio.
A driver in Cincinnati was just going along when an amorous cicada flew right through an open window, hitting the driver in the face. No love, but some loss in the form of a heavily damaged vehicle after it slammed into a utility pole. The driver only suffered minor injuries. Cicadas are swarming across the Cincinnati area right now to mate, and police suggest drivers keep their windows closed for the time being. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
A rough arrest caught on camera at a mall in Glendale, California. Witnesses there say it looked like security was trying to stop a man from shoplifting, punching, kicking, and pinning the guy down before an officer arrives and kicks him in the face. Glendale police say they're investigating. This is CBS News.
You know that feeling at the start of a trip? That stir of excitement as you pack your bags, or that tiny thrill as you set your out of office? That feeling is what we call Wanderlove. It's that unbounded joy of embarking on a new adventure. And this year, that adventure is right here in Virginia. Whether you hop off the interstate and take the scenic route, stumble upon a new love, or simply escape to our wide open spaces, your Wanderlove is calling. Plan your next adventure at virginia.org. Furnished by Virginia Tourism Corporation.
WTOP at 2:03. Good Wednesday morning, midweek, 9th of June, 2021. Lingering spotty shower by daybreak you may see. Otherwise muggy this overnight early morning. Down to 75 for the low. We're pretty much there. 77 in our nation's capital now. I'm Dean Blaine. Thanks for taking us along for your morning ride. Topping the local stories we're looking at for you this morning as we do head into this early Wednesday morning together. Former Virginia Governor Terry McAuliffe is back as voters in the state's primary election this week chose him as their Democratic candidate for this year's race for governor.
After being declared the winner in Virginia's Democratic race for governor, Terry McAuliffe told his supporters he's running again
to create great paying jobs, to reduce health care costs, and to build the best, most equitable education system in the country.
He'll face Republican Glenn Youngkin in the general election. In the other statewide races, Attorney General Mark Herring won his primary as he runs for a third term. He'll face Republican Jason Miyares, and Delegate Hala Ayala won the Democratic primary for lieutenant governor.
I'm so grateful for everyone who helped me get here.
She'll face Republican Winsome Sears, who's also a female candidate. Virginia has never elected a female lieutenant governor. Nick Einelli, WTOP News.
This is Kyle Cooper. Democratic incumbents did well in the primary, most winning to run for their seats in November. However, in the 45th district, which covers part of the city of Alexandria, as well as parts of Arlington and Fairfax counties, Elizabeth Bennett Parker, the vice mayor of Alexandria, defeated incumbent Mark Levine. Declaring victory in District 50, which includes Prince William County and parts of Manassas City, Michelle Maldonado with 44% of the vote.
I am feeling excited and energized.
Incumbent Lee Carter received 38% of the vote. He tweeted the job made him miserable the past 4 years. Kyle Cooper, WTOP News.
I'm Dick Iuliano. In the rematch of the 2018 Democratic primary, Mayor Justin Wilson easily defeated former Mayor Allison Silberberg 57 to 43%. Wilson will face Republican Annetta Catchings in the fall. There'll be new faces on the city council. While Councilman John Taylor Chapman was the top vote getter with 12%, newcomer Aaliyah Gaskins, a public health professional, captured nearly 12% of the Democratic vote. Rounding out the field of the Democratic primary, Councilwoman Amy Jackson, Councilman Kanik Aguirre, community activist Sarah Bagley, and Capitol Hill staffer Kirk McPike. Dick Iuliano, WTOP News.
WTOP at 2:06. Word this morning that Virginia Democrats this time around were able to vote before Election Day by mail or in person with no reason or excuse having to be given. About half the ballots cast in Fairfax County did not happen inside polling booths. An expert weighs in this morning on what that might mean for our future.
6 years or so, maybe more than half the population will be voting other than on Election Day.
Scott Kunapasek is Director of Elections and General Registrar of Fairfax County. His prediction is based on what he's seen happen elsewhere.
Washington State and Utah are both completely vote by mail. California changed the laws in 2002.
As for whether that leads to more people casting ballots overall, Kunapasek says not so much.
It does boost turnout in November of a presidential year, but election in, election out, it's the same group of people who are interested and pay attention and get out and vote.
Christy King, WTOP News.
WTOP at 2:07.
That hot, steamy Washington summer weather will be here before you know it. Will your residential or commercial cooling system keep up? If you're not sure your system's going to beat the heat this year, call the 5-star cooling experts at Crop Metcalf. Whether it's maintenance, service, replacement, or service agreements, their 5-star technicians will make sure you're comfortable all season long. Call 1-800-GO-CROP or visit cropmetcalf.com. And remember,
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
Crop Metcalf, home of the 5-star technician and proud partner of the Washington Nationals.
Hi, I'm Patrick Fingles, owner of New Look Home Design. Trying to understand different roofing prices can be confusing. There's the way too low price. I mean, you immediately don't trust it. Then there's the way too high price. It almost makes you fall out of your chair. And then there's the roofing price that's just right. Not too high, not too low. It's the Goldilocks price. It's perfect. At New Look, we offer perfect pricing. And we do it with TPT, Total Price Transfer.
If you're addicted to love, get ready to binge your heart out. Stream exclusive originals plus the entire 90-day universe for just $4.99. Discovery Plus is the streaming home of relationships, plus so much more. Start your free trial